How's it going, guys? Trader Neil here, back at you with another crypto video. So today we're going to be taking a look at a couple of the investments announced yesterday in Trump's strategic crypto reserve that came out. And so I'll be showing you guys what assets are in there, as well as where I'm looking to potentially buy them or even short them. Before I get started, guys, I would love if you all like this video, subscribe to my channel at Trader Neil, and of course hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. I post content every couple days on here, guys. Even just the last week I posted about the couple crashes we had, the capitulation, and I talked here about buying some Bitcoin. So if you guys don't want to miss any of my videos where I'm talking about buying BTC, that sort of thing, whenever there are crashes, definitely keep up with what I've got here by turning those notifications on. All right, guys, so looking at the Bitcoin chart right now, we're going to talk a little bit about what I think here on the BTC chart and where I potentially see price going. So thus far, BTC is struggling to hold this range low here at around, let's call it just flat, $87,000. And so yesterday we had a huge pump on BTC and the crypto market cap as a whole. That daily candle yesterday took prices on BTC almost $10,000 in one day, guys. So seeing a 10K daily candle like that is honestly pretty insane. It's a pretty big sign of strength, but at the same time, it was a news-based pump, guys. So Trump did say that he came out with a crypto strategic reserve. So here's that announcement Trump made on Truth Social here, guys. So he pretty much just said that, they're working on an executive order on digital assets to move forward on a crypto strategic reserve that includes XRP Sol ADA, which we're going to be talking about today. But that news is actually what catapulted BTC and the altcoin market to those highs we saw yesterday, around $94,000. And thus far here on BTC, guys, we are getting a retracement of that pump. And so overall, do I think that this pump is going to be sustained, and do I think that we are going to be seeing higher prices? Well, it honestly depends on the daily close tonight for me, guys. So thus far, I think that this weakness on this candle is showing that buyers are having trouble trying to prop prices up after this dump has already begun happening. I would want to see a daily close above 87,300 at least, which was, as you guys can see, our previous range low here on the chart from November. Closing above there would be a good sign, at least, that buyers are trying to keep Bitcoin within this upper confined range. Especially the problem with closing below that level is if Bitcoin moves just a little bit further down here, anywhere below yesterday's daily open here at $86,000 or so, Bitcoin is potentially going to be putting in a daily bearish engulfing candle, guys. That means that the candle body on today would engulf and be larger than the entire candle body from the pump yesterday, which means that, to me, sellers are in control. If you see something like that happen, that means yesterday's pump to me was probably a fluke, and sellers are in control, and you're probably going to start seeing lower prices. Now, could today come down a little lower and then close above this level later? Of course, and that would be totally fine. You have this daily order block here on BTC between 84,370 and 84,800 that we could potentially tap before a larger bounce, which wouldn't surprise me, guys. But overall, the biggest criteria here is that at the very least, Bitcoin closes back above range lows here. And if we were to be truly bullish, guys, I would definitely want to see Bitcoin close back above this SR zone as well. So this zone pretty much sits at between $91,000 and 91, let's just call it between 91 and 92K. So as you guys can see, this was our cap on the range back in the end of November before Bitcoin shot up whenever it broke above 92K on the daily. And so if Bitcoin can close another daily candle above that level and above that zone, then I will get bullish. But for now, things are simply just not looking great, guys. And so, got to be really, really careful here if you're taking fresh longs. Overall, I would want to see Bitcoin, like I said, get back above 87,300 at the very least, and then we can go from there. All right. But at the moment, Bitcoin is weak, so let's see what happens next. All right, in the next we have Ethereum here, guys. So Ethereum was one of the other assets that was included in that Bitcoin Strategic Reserve Bill as well. I mean, the Crypto Strategic Reserve Bill. Um, Overall, guys, Ethereum is looking pretty horrible here, for bulls, that is. And so the reason I say that is Ethereum came up and pretty much retapped range lows from February here and rejected very strongly off of them, as you guys can see. And, thus far on Ethereum, you have had no bullish follow through on this chart for a long time now. And so, as a result, should you be expecting higher prices on ETH until you can start reclaiming some levels? Unfortunately, not. And so, until we at least get back above yesterday's highs, I think Ethereum has the risk of at least tapping, range lows here around $2,000 again. And by the looks of it, at current price, that is not very far-fetched, honestly, guys. I think the likelihood of that happening is actually pretty high. Ethereum probably comes a little lower at the very least. If Ethereum cannot hold range lows here at $2,100, guys, it's going to be very important that you guys are prepared for Ethereum to push lower potentially. A couple of big areas on the chart is this daily level here at 1928 that I will mark, and previous support and resistance from this past range on ETH from 2021. I really do think that this is a level to keep in mind. Honestly, seeing ETH come down to that level wouldn't surprise me one bit with how weak it has been. Seeing it put in a bullish engulfing candle and then immediately follow it by a bearish engulfing candle today, that, we still could close at higher prices, guys, but currently things are just not looking great. And so seeing ETH right now on this current candle, I think it probably comes down to this 1930, potentially 1740 zone. And so I would definitely have my buy orders ready at those levels, because I think you probably do get a nice bounce at them, but I would not be in any rush to enter positions while, coins are quite bearish. And then now let's get into the different coins that Trump announced would be part of the crypto strategic reserve. And so one of them is XRP here, guys. So XRP is one of the 3 altcoins that Trump included in his strategic reserve. Overall, what I think about XRP here is that yesterday's move was a bullish one, except for the fact that XRP today is looking to potentially close back under these range high levels. And so to me, this level at 2.85 or 2.835 is very key. That's where you've had in this entire daily range on XRP, rejection, support, 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 rejection, and now rejection again, very likely at least. And so I think XRP does come a little lower. I see a very clean breaker block here and SR level that I think you get a nice bounce off of for XRP. But do I think that this coin is, going to be pushing the new all-time highs and that sort of thing? Honestly, guys, until XRP reclaims this 2.84 level on a daily close, and I would say like a daily close retest and then a move up from this level and starts to play out this upper range between 2.83 and these highs at 3.39, XRP really runs the risk of having a move back to the bottom of this range again. And honestly, guys, that means moves potentially down all the way to 1.91. And overall, guys, if you look at the XRP weekly chart here, you're starting to see the weekly bearish divergence potentially begin to play out. You had higher highs on the weekly with lower highs on the weekly already. And so until this comes down to at least tap the 50 level, you can't be expecting XRP to bottom, in my opinion, because at least seeing a coin come down to tap and reset that 50 level, I think you got to be wary of potentially lower prices. And so, what I would be saying if I wanted to be an XRP buyer, guys, I wouldn't be in any rush to enter a spot position. Spot positions for me would be watching for a potential move to the bottom side of this range where you've had bounces in the past. Until this range gets broken, you can potentially play it. And I wouldn't be looking for anything to buy until at least 1.94 here. However, if you're looking to lever up, I do think that you get a potentially nice bounce in this zone that XRP is about to be tapping here between 2.33 and 2.27. So definitely keep this area on your chart because I think you see a pretty nice move here on XRP. And so let's see what happens coming up. Then we have Solana here, guys. And so Solana overall did put in a really nice move yesterday with that crypto strategic reserve news. However, it is running the risk of putting in a bearish engulfing candle now, guys. So Sol is running the risk of potentially putting in that bearish engulfing candle, and honestly isn't looking great on higher time frames, guys. The reason being is Sol, you can't see it cook on any higher time frame reasonable level until it really reclaims 180 bucks here, guys. So if you look at Sol, if I make this very simple for you guys without any fancy indicators, because today I wanted to use less and less indicators and just be honest with you with what I see in terms of ranges. Sol is still confined within this lower range with a cap of 179 to 176 with these lows all the way down here at 120 to 128. And so seeing this on the Sol chart right now, guys, I think the risk of seeing Sol come to at least $115 here is very high. Because you're putting in a bearish engulfing candle, that is a strong show of weakness and bears are in control. And so being ready for Sol to potentially come all the way down to 115 should be on your plan right now and should be something you're keeping on your radar, okay? 115 all the way down to 110 potentially. And so for now, Sol bears are in control. Until you start to see Sol get above 180 here, guys, and play out something in the top of this range, I can't get bullish on Sol on higher time frames. If Sol comes down, taps these lows, reclaims 126, and then does something like this, that's when you see the bullish argument come back into play on Solana. But you'd have to see something like that. Otherwise, if Sol loses that 120 to 116 area, it would be very wise to at least be watching Sol for that $86 level at the very least. So keep that in mind, guys. And then the last coin that was added to that crypto strategic reserve is Cardano here. Not gonna lie, guys, Cardano's probably the coin out of all of the ones we looked today that looks the best, surprisingly. So Cardano here is holding up the best out of pretty much every single one of these coins. And honestly, as long as Cardano's closing the daily above this level here at about 8.2, I honestly could see it coming for a pretty nice bounce. I would not be super surprised to see Cardano put in a bounce. And so watching ADA here for a potential bounce at 822 and then seeing it come to retest the top side of the range would not really surprise me a whole lot. So definitely keep that scenario in mind. I do think that ADA is one of those coins that probably outperforms if the market gets a bounce here within the next coming days, just because overall, like, looking at this chart, I mean, as long as it's not putting in a bearish engulfing candle and as long as price action here is pushing above 811, I think you can be bullish on ADA. If ADA starts to close under this 813 level, that's when I would be more wary of price action to the downside. But with, prices coming down super heavily on Bitcoin, with it coming down heavily on almost every single one of the coins that we've looked at today, guys, something like ADA here that is still trying to hold higher time frame support is something that I would be personally wanting to bid over anything else. You want to be bidding strength in this market, guys. And if something like ADA is, even though like I'm not a huge fan of ADA as a whole, if something like this is holding up on the charts, guys, like this is where you want to be looking to bid your coins. And so that's at least the way that I am looking at things. Wait for a bounce, wait for a potential key level to be hit, and then just be ready to pounce afterwards. And so, before I keep going, guys, I just wanted to let you guys know that if you want to take any of the trades that I'm outlining today, whenever I do see clear entry, stop losses, and take profits, I will be posting those in the Unity Academy and Champs Only Discords. So definitely subscribe to those if you're interested. Champs is a Discord where I give my spot and leverage calls, and they're meme coin focused as well. And then Unity, we have tons of great technical and analysts where we do all give spot and leverage calls, and you're going to see a lot of community interaction there. And if you guys want, you can sign up to Femex or Blowfin in the link tree that I will put in the description below. They're both great KYC free exchanges, so you don't have to, show your ID. Any of the know your customer stuff isn't going to matter with these two exchanges. And you guys can be able to sign up to them even today, no matter where you are in the world, and trade all of these coins that I talked to you guys about on there for long, short, spot, whatever it may be. And if you sign up to Femex right now, guys, you get up to $8,800 in welcome rewards. So just signing up can give you potentially free money. All right, guys. So that was pretty much all the coins that I wanted to look at with you all today. The markets are pretty bearish here, guys, but, I wouldn't lose hope. I just think that overall, whenever we're trading these markets, it's really important to have a clear mindset and to overall follow the trend. And if you are going to be trading bounces, like I said, stuff like ADA is what you're going to be wanting to look at, because these coins that are strong during dips are going to bounce back the highest. So if you guys watch till the end of the video today, it'd be great if in the comment section below, let's do a fun one today. I want you guys to comment banana in the comment section today. I think that'll be a fun one. All right, guys, this is Trader Neil signing out. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys for another video very soon. All right, guys, peace.